All right, here we go. Ask Steven Larson. I'm sure you have some questions there. Time to ask questions. Did you put one on the Patreon?
Yeah.
All right. What's your first question?
First, Tim Spullock. If you could theme your whole house out of any fictional universe, what would it be?
If I could theme my whole house?
Yeah.
I like that he calls it your whole house.
Whole.
Is that a W? Any fictional universe.
Well, you'd want a holodeck.
It'd be Next Generation.
You want a holodeck in your house.
Yeah, I'd
essentially.
want. Yeah, well, if I could theme it out, it'd be Star Trek Next Generation. That's not surprising.
No.
At all. What about you? Any fictional universe? You know, it had a really good design. Clockwork Orange. Mm-hmm. The world that they built
aesthetic.
there.
Yes.
The aesthetic.
I'd want my house to be the bridge from the ship in 2001.
Oh, that's good too.
You'd have to spin the whole time too.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Next, Carlos Villalba. If you can go back in time, number one, you're always going to pique my interest if you say if you can go back in time.
Easiest way to get Steve's interest.
If you can go back in time to investigate any conspiracy theory, what would you pick? So JFK would be too complicated, and you'd probably get yourself killed. So I would say not JFK.
Dogman then.
Oh, you get killed too. If it's true, you think Dogman ain't going to rip you to shreds?
Not if you appeal to Dogman's humanity.
Like some begging strips? Oh,
maybe.
I thought you meant appeal to his dog
food.
instincts.
No.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that picture of Dogman.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's much humanity
I think
left
you're
there.
focusing too much on the dog aspect, not enough on the man aspect.
If I can go back in time, I'm thinking maybe I would do... Well, if I can go back in time, I guess it'd be JFK. I'd go to the grassy knoll. I just want to see what's going on over there.
Just hang out over there.
I'd say, hey, put that rifle down.
Or go over there and see there's nobody there.
And see, where's everybody? And then I see like a poof of smoke on a different grassy knoll. I was the wrong one.
Go,
It'd be a waste. Then I'd wait for IBM to come around and I'd invest in them.
There you go.
I have to wait like
Lugal.
10 years. Yeah, I'd invent Lugal.
Lugal. Jimmy Thomas, would you rather have Batman skills, money, equipment, and lifestyle, or end crime around the world for good, but be poor and unnoticed? So would you rather be Playboy Bruce Wayne?
Here's the part of the problem.
Or do the world a lot of good?
Okay, but ending crime all around the world?
For good.
Is that really a good... Like, I have no idea what societal impact that would have to get rid of all crime. I'm not saying that I'm not open to the idea that it might be really good. What if it's really bad? What if like the world's economy collapses because crime is no longer a thing?
No, and there's no more grifting.
I don't know. I mean, maybe crime is necessary. Maybe people...
You're trying to say that crime does pay.
Maybe it does. I don't know. That seems like it's like, well, then you get rid of all the mosquitoes on the planet. I hate mosquitoes, but I understand that they are part of the ecosystem that is very important to this planet. Crime might be the same way. It might be so ingrained in society that maybe it's a good thing.
No, get rid of it.
Get rid of all crime?
Yeah.
See, I like because philosophically, I think I'm on solid ground at least, and I can also be Batman.
All right.
I wouldn't fight crime, though. Oh, lifestyle. Lifestyle means you're Batman. Okay.
But skills.
Poor and unnoticed. I don't mind the unnoticed thing. I don't want to be poor, though. I got to look out for number one. What? Oh, you ended all crime, Steve, but your kid doesn't get to go to a decent school anymore. Screw that. Nope. I'll be Batman. Thank you very much.
No, I'll end crime around the world.
All right. Fair enough.
D minor, if you two were DJs, what would be your DJ name and what genres of music would you both play?
Oh, man. Dope Beats Here. I'd be DJ Dope Beats Here. Dope. Be DBH. DJ DBH.
No. Not good.
No. DJ. V8 Juice.
What about High C?
High C. Oh, that's a good one too. I'll be V8. You be High C.
All right, done.
Ladies and gentlemen, High C. Let's see here. Rebecca Dumitrescu. The name rolls off the tongue. Dumitrescu. What is a question? What is a question you would wish people would stop asking you?
For a while, it was, where'd you meet?
Yeah.
And then after that...
Nobody asks us that anymore.
No, I know. And after that, it wasn't a question. It was people would post a picture of the baby with the beard.
So we
Send
went
it to me.
Yeah, we went through a phase in between getting laid off and doing the wrestling stuff where, we would do these little Q&A things, but like people just sort of stopped asking us anything. Like they didn't have any good questions for us. They would just ask us, where do we meet? And they'd send us the baby with the beard on it and say, is this your baby?
Yeah, or is this a picture of your birth?
So, but they've stopped asking that. I think, okay, so my thing is this. I am not a fan of, so sometimes people will say, hey, can you book WWE, book the Universal Championship between now and Survivor Series 2028? You know what I mean? Like when they ask us for extensive fantasy booking, or, book an entire, Wrestle Kingdom from bottom to top using only members of, the Star Trek universe. And it's just too much.
It can be too much.
Sometimes they ask for too much.
Yeah. Trey Saunders, what are some of your favorite hobbies outside of doing this podcast?
Drawing. I enjoy drawing. I enjoy listening to crime podcasts. And I enjoy playing with my dog and my child. What about you?
I'm starting to get into playing the guitar again.
That's good. Did you
lot.
ever pull the trigger on any of those pedals?
No, but I'm going to at some point.
All
I
right.
will. I shall.
Good,
It's going to be a process, but yes, I shall.
This is a great question. Jay Sean Lawrence. Favorite dog movie? Dog movies. Oh, man. Let's see here. Well, there's Cujo, of course.
Yeah, that one's really not that great.
No, it's terrifying. List of dog movies.
Turner and Hooch.
Best dog movies. For some reason, I just put in dog movies and didn't really... What the hell? What is going on right now?
I'm
on stupid Yahoo. That's why.
What
God,
are you doing?
I told you, dude, I put it back to freaking... I just want to Google. Oh my God, Yahoo's... Best dog movies. That's so irritating.
What are you doing?
All right, let's see here. Beethoven, Bolt, Cats and Dogs, Homeward Bound. Old Yeller, can't watch that. Wasn't there a Turner and Hooch, but with James Belushi? Canine, that's what that was.
Yeah.
Oh, Best in Show.
That was good.
That's probably number
good,
one.
yeah.
That's such a terrific.
Yeah, that's a fun movie.
You know what they should do? They should give that. It's a hound dog. They should give him a little Sherlock Holmes hat and maybe a pipe, and that would be just fantastic. Fred Willard is great.
Oh, man.
That would be just fantastic.
Epicomondo, Power Rank, Best Kind of Donuts.
Look at Cujo.
I know.
Scary ass dog. Oh, my favorite donut is probably chocolate old fashioned.
For me, it's basic sugar covered twist.
That's good too.
Number one. 2 is the cinnamon roll with the clear glaze on it.
Have you ever heard of the movie Umberto D?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Never seen it though.
Maybe there's a dog in it.
Well, apparently you did a search for best dog movies and it pops up. There's probably a dog in it.
See, but here, Amores Perros. I don't think there's any actual dogs.
There might be a dog in there.
I mean, you're not gonna call Reservoir Dogs the best dog movie. There's no dogs.
No,
in
there's no dogs in it.
But then this didn't pop up. So,
the apple fritters. Mm-hmm. Those are delicious.
You gotta choose one, man. You gotta choose one.
Well, he says Power Rank.
Oh, Power Rank. I thought he said, "What's your favorite?"
No, Power Rank, Best Kinds of Donuts.
Okay, so for me, it's gonna be chocolate old fashioned. Any variation of the sprinkled donut, I like. Just like standard cake with frosting and sprinkles on it, I love. Then I'd go with chocolate glaze. Then powdered donut holes. and then custard filled.
Wow, that's too much.
You're too much. Yeah, custard filled. They're too much.
I'd say sugar twists. Cinnamon rolls with the clear glaze. Apple fritters. Standard glaze. And like a blueberry cake donut. That's really good.
A blueberry cake donut.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds hella good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Trey Porter. Popeye's chicken sandwich, yay or nay? We just tried to get one. Sold out.
We had regular Popeye's
And
chicken.
it was good.
That was hella good.
And our tummies are completely full.
I'm very much looking forward to a chicken sandwich, though. Next week, we're going to try that.
We'll try it again, yes.
James Rodriguez, what do you do when you're preparing a meal and completely botch it? Do you start over or settle for something like pizza or takeout?
Depends if I have the means to start over.
So,
How far along in the process I am.
I mean, generally speaking, if I'm going to bake something, it's probably going to be in there for like anywhere between a half hour and an hour. And so I'm not going to wait that much longer. Like if it comes out, I'll go get some. I can already tell you right now, if it comes out, like I made meatloaf yesterday, if it comes out and it was like, completely messed up somehow.
If it exploded in the oven by some happenstance.
I would have just bit the bullet, go and get some Popeyes.
And get some Winco pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Ricky Scurvy, favorite pasta? Lentil.
I mean, probably, that's good. I don't know, something with ricotta. It's like a lasagna, as long as there's some ricotta in it. I like ricotta.
I think there's something specific. I like a good seafood pasta.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I like, if you can make a really good lasagna, holy crap. I can just eat it and eat it and eat it. Let's see here. The one and only Just AJ. Hope you guys are having a great day. Have you watched that that Bob Lazar? Is it Lazar or Laser documentary?
Oh no.
No. So we tried to. We watched like 15 minutes of it, and it's too much. It's like, man, I guess there could be some situation where a highly stylized documentary could totally work.
Yeah.
This was not that situation. No. It was like for 15 minutes I was sitting there like, when are we going to get some info here? Like, what's the hook? What's the deal here? Why do I have to read up on why this is weird for me to understand why it's weird? It didn't explain it to me. It didn't. I was like, I just want to know about somebody in Area 51.
No, that's a bummer.
So, yeah, but he continues on, though. Apparently, he reverse engineered alien tech. Thoughts on this? At the very least, I found it to be a very interesting story. What do you guys think about the idea there might be alien technology the government has in their possession? Maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know. Lacey was with me. Sometimes I get self-conscious. If I choose something and it starts out crap, I'm like, oh, man, we can go back and watch something cool that you like.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try it on my own late at night.
There you go.
Do you think that the government has alien tech?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think it's very possible.
Yeah.
Do you think any of that alien tech has been used for our purposes? Do you think any of humanity's technological advances, right? I kind of think no.
Yeah, probably.
I kind of think no, because I think that all this stuff you can trace back.
Yeah, it has its origins
step by
back.
step. Yeah.
W.S. Fletcher, if needed, how difficult, easy would it be for you guys to be able to transition to an NBA only podcast, or what sports sphere would you choose?
So I would be totally fine. I think that's the one thing I would be okay with, is if it was an NBA podcast. I appreciate NBA culture, fashion, the game itself.
Yeah.
I think if we had to settle on a sports podcast, the only one I would be cool
That
with.
would be the only crossover, because like I used to be a really huge basketball fan, and I still enjoy playing it, but like right now baseball is primarily my sport.
Yeah.
And I know in terms of the strategy and the philosophy of winning baseball, I know a lot more about that than I do basketball. That being said, like my favorite part of the sports year might be NBA free agency. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, the Woj bombs.
All that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's all great stuff. Just AJ also has asked this. Back in the 10 for the Win days, did you actually have to play Custer's Revenge? Did we ever actually play it?
I don't recall.
I think I might have played an emulator.
Yeah.
We might have played emulator.
That's entirely possible. Gustavo Gama, Steve, have you seen Larson shirtless recently? How glorious is it?
It's so glorious. It's the most glorious sight ever. Patrick Sparks, would you rather lose your left foot or right hand?
Well, I write with my right hand.
I do a lot of stuff with my right hand.
You know he's got a prosthetic foot.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Kerry Von Erich didn't have a foot.
Yeah.
And, you couldn't tell.
Nope.
Patrick Sparks also. B-Man asks, would you rather not be able to poop for a week or pee every 2 hours for a week?
I'd pee. I'd rather take the pee. Because assuming your normal processes happen in your tummy, your GI tract, not pooping for a week can get very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So every 2 hours, I'll retire to the restroom and I will urinate.
I'll go with the poop because if I can't poop, I won't be eating, and I'll just like lose a bunch of weight, which is like I'm cool with.
All right.
It'd be a good diet. I actually happened to me like when I was sick, right, like a month before the vacation.
Yeah.
I was sick and I like was eating just bare minimum,
Yeah.
like soup and everything, and I lost weight, and yeah, boy, because it hurt whenever I'd crap.
Yeah.
I like ripped my asshole or something.
Not fun, man.
It was fucked up, man.
Not fun.
Oh, it was like, can you imagine? It's like one of my favorite things is pooping, right?
Yeah.
And you sit down on the toilet, and then you just know that it's going to be
It's going to be miserable.
Miserable pain.
Pure misery. Ryan McLeish, hey friendos, what is your favorite non-wrestling video game you have played? Tetris. New Tetris, specifically on the N64.
Yeah. No, that's always been
Portal 2.
Yeah.
I'd say those two.
My probably the most hours logged and the most fun had GTA 5. I mean, this is a Grand Theft Auto series in general because it's just so much fun. You can do so much stuff. So I'd put that at number one, and then maybe Portal. I think we had a good time playing Portal. That was fun. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Rich, the Smash Bro. What historic event would you go back in time and observe as it happens? So I've mentioned JFK, but so if I could go back in time and be, if I had like some sort of force field around me to prevent me not just messing with the time stream, but also me being protected by something, it'd be fascinating to go back and watch the extinction level event that killed off the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like if it was an asteroid, I wouldn't mind being there to see what that exactly looks like.
Yeah.
Because it's probably really messed up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that would be messed up.
There's this great simulation on internet of like a giant, like, I don't know, like a giant asteroid hitting the Earth. It's like a big one. And then it's just a big firewall just like surrounds the Earth.
Yeah.
And it like shows it on the ground level.
Yeah.
It's really messed
That's
up.
pretty intense.
Yeah, it's very intense.
Big Bang for me.
That's great. See, you want to be so careful with that, though, because if you're going to go back in time, if you're going back to the moment when time doesn't actually exist, how is that? That might affect you. You might never come back from that.
It could. But also, like, how can I witness the birth of our universe when the universe doesn't exist, and therefore there's not matter for me to exist?
Right?
There's all these questions that I want answered.
Yeah,
I can only answer them by going back in time. And
like, what happened before the universe? What happened before the Big Bang? And they say, well, there was nothing. What does that mean?
Yeah.
There's something.
Yeah.
There's not nothing.
How can you get like an infinitely dense thing that's microscopically small, blow up and expand to everything?
That doesn't make any sense, man. Somebody's lying.
Well, there's a lot of mysteries in this universe, man.
I know. And before that, Rich the Smash Bro again. What's your dream car?
Not really a car guy.
Kit.
All right.
Or
Airwolf.
That's a good one.
How about Matt Tracker's car, Camaro and Mask?
No, I don't like that because to fly, the door is open.
You got a seatbelt. You got a seatbelt.
Yeah, but what if I get hella hammered and I decide to drive that thing home?
You don't think that thing has autopilot in it?
Yeah, but then even I knock out.
You're all about the self-driving car.
That's terrible. Yeah, I don't want one with open doors.
Well, they only open if you tell it to open. And if you're passed out, you can't say doors open. You can't do that.
So there's the General Lee, which you can't drive around in that anymore.
No.
Oh boy. When I was a kid though, I didn't know. I was driving around the neighborhood on my Hot Wheel with flying the Confederate flag.
Big wheel.
Big wheel. Hot Wheels, the little ones.
Those are little cars.
On the big wheel?
Yeah.
Flying that flag? Oh, dear. What the heck? Man. There goes little Stevie. Little white nationalist Stevie. What did my parents didn't know either.
Minion TM69, if you guys could relive your life at any point, would you do it? And what time in your life would you travel to?
Lots of time travel today.
Yeah. Would you go back to that time we had a choice between the General Lee big wheel and maybe get something else?
Nah, man, that was a sick-ass car.
It was like a Challenger or
back
something
in the
like
80s,
that. Painted orange.
Anyways. Yeah, no, it was a Challenger, you're right. from any point in my life. So I'm very happy with the way my life turned out. I wouldn't want to mess with anything. There were. Would you do? You relive any? We could relive a life.
What time in your life would you travel to?
I would. Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I don't know. I had a lot of fun from like senior year of high school all the way through 2019, man. So I don't know. I might go back then. Like seeing my high school friends a couple of weeks ago, it was like, man, we had some good times back then. So that'd be fun. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. I can't think of any other time.
Rich the Smash Bro, last question from him. I'll do this.
No, that's a good one.
Okay. Other than cheese, what else do you hate eating?
I don't like olives.
Really?
Mm-mm.
That's interesting.
Mm-mm.
They're fairly innocuous.
It tastes like medicine. They have a very specific kind of, somewhere between medicine and cleaning products.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
I wouldn't go that far. Medicine's that's a good amount.
it's a very specific, like if you get olive tapenade,
Yeah.
that's even more intense. Yeah. Can't do it.
Okay.
It's not quite blue cheese levels of disgust, but it's
I'm okay with that.
not far removed.
And then he also asks, if Lacey asked for another kid, would you do it? I'd say, bad news, woman. I can't do it. It cost $8,000 to get my junk fixed back up.
Oh, yeah, but it is reversible.
It is reversible, but I wouldn't do it. No, she would not want it.
Yeah. The villain Alan Black, you have the technology to, guess what?
Time travel.
Time travel, but you only have enough juice in this time machine to make 3 jumps. Where do you go and why? Big Bang.
Dude, I'm telling you, what if the scientist is like, Larson, you can't go back to the Big Bang?
So I'm going to prove you wrong, Doc.
Oh no. You better make sure that's your last one, because your first one needs to be some way to ensure your riches.
So I have to, the first one would be I go into the future to find some way to protect myself at the dawn of the universe when I go back to the Big Bang.
Oh, okay. So you'll find some future tech to
help me survive.
to remove you from the space-time continuum.
Yes.
See, what I would prefer to do with the Big Bang is like send a probe back that can then record it and then bring it back.
The same issue though. You're trying to send matter back in time when matter didn't exist.
But it's not me going back there.
Man, have some balls on you. Do it yourself.
I don't want to de-exist myself. That's terrible.
But then what I also do is I go to a different point in the future, clone myself, so that if I were to disappear, I would download my entire memories, everything from my brain into this clone, and send my clone to the date at which everything started when I ceased to exist.
I would send like a robotic me. And I have like an interface that links to him, and then whatever he sees and feels, and I'd have like some VR stuff. So I would be like acting as him.
Do it yourself, man.
And then I'd send him into here like to do work for me instead, and he'd be like,
no, I totally know.
And I'd go like this, and he'd go, hey buddy, how's it going? And I'd be like, hold on, let me pick up my computer. And
oh gosh,
he'd like strangle. I'm like, no, stop! I don't know how to get this to stop.
Stop choking me, Robo Steve.
Oh, this is a great question, Patrick Sparks. So, would you kill baby Hitler? I mean, it's got to be yes, right? It'd probably change everything.
It would change everything.
You'd save millions of lives, but who knows if we would be around? You know what I mean? Like, that's such a huge butterfly effect.
I know.
That who knows how that would have altered the entire course of history and everybody giving birth. Like, my mom is from Paraguay.
Yeah.
And I think that was a haven for Nazis after the war.
A lot of South America was, I believe.
Yeah.
There's a book called Boys from Brazil about all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So I don't know how that might have affected her or not or whatever. But, I mean, you know, how do you not prevent that from happening? You know, probably yes.
You haven't seen
be awkward killing a baby though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Probably just go take it into a car and leave it outside.
That show on Netflix, Dark. There's a bit in there. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to do with that specific case, but it's a situation where someone goes back in time and has to. Well, I want you to watch it.
Yeah, no, I kind of want to watch it. I want to watch it. Okay, I didn't know it was all like that. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, the timelines start.
So if you had to kill baby Hitler, how would you do it?
Gosh.
Right? I know, it's a heavy question. It's got to be just leaving in a car, right? All you got to do is put it in a car and then walk away. Because anything else is just too messed up.
It's all messed up, man.
It's all really messed up. I mean, you could just like toss it in the river and run away. It'd be rough. I mean, you can put it in a bag so you don't have to look at it and then toss it in the river. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's baby Hitler. It's baby, yeah, but it's Hitler. Did a bunch of stuff. You just make sure you got the right baby. You go back to the future, and it's like, oh, man, let's see how I changed history. And you're like, Hitler's still a thing? What the heck? And then they're like, dude, you killed the wrong baby.
See, that would be awful.
And they're like, you killed your great-grandfather, and then you started to do the
And
right.
then poof, you're gone.
Should have checked better.
D minor, what was the hardest thing about having your first apartment? What should I expect, and what do I need to do to prepare for?
It's been 20 years since I've had my first apartment. I imagine things might have changed
Well, I
a
mean,
little
the basic
bit.
thing that you got to get used to taking care of everything yourself. That means paying all your own bills. That means cleaning up after yourself. That means just all that stuff.
Well, you don't have to. If it's his own apartment on his own, he don't have to clean anything.
Well, it depends on
If you have a girlfriend who like is all
Well, I
about
mean-
the D and doesn't care about the mess.
well, it depends if D minor here, if he cares about living in a situation that's messy or not.
Yeah, sure.
Some people don't like living in messy situations.
Oh yeah, no. It took me a very long time to do that. Like until I was married to like or living with Lacey to like really understand. Man, I really got to clean up after myself. I still don't really do it, to be honest with you. My closet's always a mess. Yeah, so I would say this. Yeah, I would say the one thing is this: be more cognizant of how you spend your money, because if you're on your own, there's a greater chance that you're going to have some unexpected expense pop up out of nowhere. So I would suggest that.
Don't put everything on your credit card.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Things can start spinning out of control real quick. If you do
That's
that.
very true.
D
That's a
minor
good
also
point.
asks, what excites you in life?
I want a site every day called Pornhub. I get excited about that. I'm joking. I mean, I'm not joking, but what excites me in life? I don't know, man. Any number of things. Like, I'll be honest. Like most days, coming here, like creating stuff.
Yeah.
I always like getting my iPad out and drawing, creating.
Whenever you get an opportunity to see the world kind of through my children's eyes,
Yeah.
and see them learn things that, to a certain extent, I probably already take for granted. That's exciting.
I like whenever Alabama makes leaps in either her knowledge base or when I notice that she's like, because these days she just talks so much like a friggin' adult. It's hilarious. When I notice that stuff, like that's pretty crazy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all that kid stuff is great. And then seeing like really good art, whether it's like listening to something that's new in music or watching a movie that I'm like, oh man, this person's actually doing something that I've never seen before. Or they're taking a new approach to something. So that kind of stuff excites me. And then like a really good power bomb.
Second rope pile driver.
Yeah. Christopher, if you're having a baby boy, what would you name them? We had a name, Buster. It's going to be Buster. Alabama was going to be Buster. And my mom hated it. She said, that's the name of a dog. And I said, well, it's about to be the name of your grandchild. Bleh.
I can't remember if at any point we really seriously had any boys' names under consideration.
You should name your kid Ed Edwards Larson. Who the hell names their kid Ed Edwards in the first
I
place?
know. Edward Edwards.
Edward Edwards. All right. Here we go. Mondo. While I'm sure you'll agree it's just a matter of taste, what's a movie, band, etc. that if someone says they don't like, you can't help but not trust their opinion anymore?
I don't really think there's anything for me. Nothing that comes to mind.
If they're very sort of vocal about something that they don't like, that I know is like if I don't know, if somebody said, I don't know.
Was it just based on movies and films and stuff?
So if somebody says, if you're like,
Movie
man,
films, I mean-
I'm a big fan of Radiohead,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, they're too weird. Then I'll probably be like, oh, okay, I can't trust your opinion on that type of thing. I'm not. It's not this. I'm not. It's not. I say I can't trust it. It's when you say something's good, I'll be a bit like, for example, I know when you will like or not like something for the most part. If you ask me, hey, how was this? If I said, hey, man, I went to go see something, I went to go see so and so, and you're like, hey, how was it? I think I could be able to tell, yeah, you'll probably like it. Probably not. I can tell if you're not going to like something as much as me. You're a bit pickier than I am. So I can understand your opinion. On the other hand, if you were like, yeah, the films of Paul Thomas Anderson are all crap, and I think he's a terrible filmmaker, and you prefer
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Right. I know I'm probably not going to trust your opinion as it pertains to what am I going to like.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not like you're going to come to me and say, if there's a genre of movie that I find awesome, and you're like, God, Steve likes the worst romantic comedy crap that any dullard can put together. You're not going to come to me for movie advice.
Meh. I don't know. I guess I don't put that much stock in it. Like, people like different things. It doesn't really bother me.
I'm not saying it bother you.
But I mean, like if.
But then you wouldn't say, hey, Steve, what'd you think of this movie? Or, hey, should I go watch this? It's honestly, it's no different than Netflix recommending stuff. It knows what you like.
It would essentially be the situation. Let's say you exclusively watched rom-coms, and you thought it was the greatest genre ever created by filmmakers.
But bad ones.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't even like good ones.
That's fine.
I don't even like Pretty Woman.
And see, like after a while, I would know that, and it's not like I would. Because the question is,
I don't think you would judge me. It's just you can't help but not trust their opinions.
That's just one aspect of things we may disagree in.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So it's not like I'm not going to trust your opinion out of hand completely.
Yeah, I just took it to mean
in that specific general thing.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, in my mind, if that were the case, it would just give me an opportunity to kind of poke fun at you a little bit. Say, hey, did you see Phantom Thread? No, because it's not a shitty rom-com. Your loss.
Wow. See, that's just being judgmental. The proper way to say it would be, yeah, I'm not sure you'd really be into it. But
that's how I would say
being
it.
shitty.
That's how I would say it to most people.
You're a shit. Oh, just for me though.
Just for you.
You're a shit person.
I would say
you're a bad friend. I know it always cracks me up whenever I hear you downstairs, and I do the exact same thing because Mur would always call me out on it whenever we were out, and there would be an interaction between me and somebody working at say Target.
Yeah.
She knows when I'm not being real, Like if somebody at Target's like, oh, wow, you're getting this? I love these. Oh, yeah, man, these are great. These are awesome. It's not me not being real. It's just that's not how I talk to anybody else. You have your stranger voice.
Well, you have, yeah.
Your public voice.
Yeah.
And then you have, and Murray was like, ew, why do you talk like that? I'm like, because I treat you like an asshole, and I have to treat other people nice.
With basic decency.
With basic decency, exactly. But you annoy me all the time. Actually, no, congratulations to Marissa. She got a new job today.
Oh, good.
So that's awesome because she did not like the other place she was at.
Oh, cool.
So,
Is it a similar thing, new place?
It's a similar thing, new place, better pay.
Good.
And the people that interviewed her, when she brought up that other place, totally understood what she was talking about. She was like, I don't want to badmouth them, but yeah, there's not enough structure there. And they're like, okay, now this would be perfect for you.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm very excited for
Awesome.
That's my girl.
Good news.
Yeah, good news. Anyways, good news also. We're done with our day. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.